Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah. Hi. I wanted to talk to you about how to get a high limit, EIN only, Discover business credit card. Are you interested in that? Alright, fantastic. I want you to stick around till the end of today's conversation because I'm going to explain to you step by step how to get this card. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you are to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about how to get a maximum limits, EIN only, Discover business credit card with a bad or fair credit. And we have a step-by-step a proven methodology, okay? The first thing you need to do is to get to know Discover It business card because this is the card we're talking about. We are talking about the Discover It business credit card. This is the only EIN only business credit card that Discover currently has. So the card is great. So if your business plans to shell out a lot over the course of a year, the Discover It business card can help you hang on to some of those claims. For example, the card will help you earn an unlimited 1.5% cash back on all purchases. And like other eligible Discover cards, it offers a new cardholder bonus that can be effectively fantastic because it can help you double the rate in the first year. So if you are expecting a lot of expenses in the first year, say launching a business or a product line or making a major capital improvement, this card, the Discover It business credit card, might be a great fit for you. And one thing we have seen in our research is that there are other small business cards that offer similar or better ongoing rewards, but Discover card is kind of cool in terms of the fact that you can actually get 1.5% and in some cases more. So the card has a $0 annual fee. The maximum credit limits up to $250,000, $250,000. The recommended credit score 675 to 850. However, Discover can go as low as 560 in terms of FICO if a business applicant has solid financial fundamentals and a proper application package. Let me repeat that. This is very important. The recommended credit score band is 675 to 850, but Discover can go as low as 560 in terms of FICO if a business applicant has solid financial fundamentals and a proper application package. Okay, so you have a sign-up bonus here. You can get an unlimited dollar-for-dollar match of all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, and you can turn a $350 cash back into $700 with the cash back match feature. Very important, okay? And the interest rate 0% on purchases for the first 12 months, and then the ongoing APR of 14.49% to 22.49% variable APR. There's no penalty APR. There are no foreign transaction fees and other benefits. You have free employee cards and a free social security number alerts, among other perks. Step number 2, you need to see how the card stacks up against other cards. Okay, it's important. How does the Discover It business card compare to other cards? In other words, if your goal right now is to get the card, have you thought about other cards out there in the market? Do you currently have other cards? Do you currently have cards such as the Capital One Spark Cash for Business? Or do you have the Inc. Business Cash credit cards? What do you have right now? What card do you have in your wallet right now? What kind of business credit card, that is, do you have in your wallet right now? This is important, folks, because before you even choose the Discover It business credit card with EIN only and a high limit for bad or fair credit, you need to understand whether or not you might get something better. So let's talk about let's do a quick comparison here. The Discover It business credit card versus the Capital One Spark Cash for Business. And so with one thing you need to understand is that since the Discover It business card comes with a $0 annual fee, it's actually the superior card up until you reach $19,000 of spending per year. At that point, the extra percent cashback rewards earned with the Capital One Spark Cash for Business start to make the Capital One card the more rewarding choice. So the Capital One Spark Cash for Business also comes with one of the better bonuses with available on a business card. So you can earn a one-time $500 cash bonus once you spend $4,500 on purchases within the first 3 months from account opening. This is pretty good, okay? And the Capital One Spark Cash for Business is a Visa card, which is great news for new business owners because Visa is one of the most widely accepted payment networks, right? So unlike Discover, Visa is frequently accepted at international locations, meaning the Capital One Spark Cash for Business could be a handy card to have for businesses that travel a lot. So the Capital One Spark Cash for Business also doesn't come with a foreign transaction fee, so you won't have to worry about costly fees eating up your cashback rewards. What about the Discover Business Card versus the Inc. Business Cash Credit Card? So one thing you need to understand here is that the Inc. Business Cash Credit Cards is the ideal card for businesses that have less than $25,000 in expenses per year. Because at those lower levels of spending, businesses can earn 5% cash back on the first $25,000 spent in combined purchases at office supply stores and on the internet, cable, and phone services each account anniversary year. And the thing here is that you can also earn 2% cash back on the first $25,000 spent in combined purchases at gas stations and restaurants each account anniversary year. You can earn 1% cash back on all other card purchases with no limits to the amount you can earn. So this is important. And as I've said earlier, the best feature that you have with the Discover It Business Card is that you need to get to a certain limits for the first year, and after that, and then after that, the limit actually go down. Okay, so the Discover It Business Credit Card is not interesting once you pass a certain amount of annual expenditures. And so the bottom line here is that you need to look at what kind of expenses your business, what are the expense patterns that your business has, and what about, are you traveling? Is your business a local business or an international business, right? Because if you have Discover, you have to travel, it might be a little impeding. But if you don't have to travel that much, Discover could be a great choice. Now, let me talk to you about getting organized. Very important, folks. We are speaking about how to get a massive EIN only Discover Business Credit Card with fair or bad credit. And step number one, you need to get to know the Discover Business Credit Card. This is the card we're talking about. Step number two, you need to see how the card stacks up against other cards, specifically the Inc. Business Cash Credit Card and the Capital One Spark Cash for Business. The third step you need to do here is to get organized, okay? When I'm speaking about getting organized, it's very important because the Discover Business Credit Card can help your business on many levels, but you've got to be ready, folks. You've got to be ready. For example, you can get up to 50 free employee cards. You can streamline your account management. You can save time with the Discover mobile app, okay? And the thing here is that right now, this card is the only card that Discover has on the market. So they're putting all their energy, all their expertise, all their efforts on making sure the customer service is stellar on this card. And but to get access to that, you need to organize yourself. You need to get your act together. You need to have your EIN. Make sure you set up your accounting correctly. That you have a business checking account and a business savings account. And also you need to have a business credit card. If this is not your first business credit card, okay. You need to incorporate, very important. Do not remain a sole proprietorship. You want to be a legit business, an LLC, an LLP, an S Corp, a C Corp. You want to have your licenses and permits because Discover might verify all of those things before approving you. Remember, the limit here is $250,000. This is very important. You need to also have licenses and permits. Of course, you need to have articles of incorporation or articles of organization, just in case they ask. And don't forget to also have your financial statements. Okay. So before approving you for a large limit on this Discover Business Credit Card, they might want to see. Actually, it's not about might. They would want to see your financial statements, your company's financial statements. So everything from your balance sheet, all the way to your statement of cash flows, all the way to your income statements, and also to your statement of owner's equity. Okay, the four major financial statements. So you want to make sure that you organize everything and have all that paperwork ready. The fourth step you need to do here, folks, you need to check your credit scores, because the bottom line here is that if you want to get a high limit, EIN only, Discover business credit card with fair or bad credit, you need to understand what you mean by a bad credit, what you mean by a fair credit. In other words, let me ask you a question. This is a big decision time here. Big decision time. Do you know your personal credit score right now? Right now. Do you know your business credit score right now? You better, because if you don't, I'm telling you, Discover is going to pull it out. They're going to pull it out anyway. So you might as well just have an idea of your credit score right now and start working on fixing it, whatever needs to be fixed, before you apply for a business credit card with Discover. Okay, and there are several ways to do things. The reason why you want to check your credit scores, both personal and a business credit score, if you have one, is because it gives you the ability to spot and clean up any inaccuracies and inconsistencies, just in case. You never know, folks. We live in a crazy world right now. You know, people are victims of identity theft. You never know. Somebody's stealing your identity. The next thing you know, they're having a good time in Acapulco with a loan that they took out in your name. That's crazy. So this is why you want to constantly monitor what's going on in your name right there. And there are several ways you can do this. Okay, you can actually go on a website called annualcreditreport.com, where you can get a free copy of your credit reports. Okay, you can request a free copy of your credit report from each of the 3 major credit reporting agencies. I'm speaking here about Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You can do this once a year. Okay. And it's kind of important, because when we speak about credit score, right? When somebody say, well, you know, I have a 540, or I have a 600, or I have a 630 FICO score, what are they really talking about? They're talking about a FICO score that has 5 components. You have payment history that accounts for 35%, amount owed that accounts for 30%, length of credit history that accounts for 15%, how many types of credit in use, 10%, and account inquiries, 10%. And by the way, if you want to have more information and you want to see your free score from time to time, you can actually sign up with Discover. Discover has a free credit score monitoring program, and you don't need to be a Discover cardholder to sign up. Okay, so it's called a free credit score, and I believe they use the Vantage score, not the FICO score, but it's similar. Okay, and you also want to check your business credit score. You can use a service like Dun & Bradstreet or Experian. Okay, so with Experian, for example, you can check your Experian business credit score by purchasing a one-time copy of your credit report or signing up for business credit monitoring, including unlimited access to scores. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about how to get approved for a high limit EIN only Discover business credit card with bad or fair credit. And the step number 5, you need to contact Discover it. This is important, folks. And you can call the cool thing about Discover is that all their credit card specialists are US based. Okay, and so you can call 1-800-DISCOVER and you can ask just to be transferred to the business section. And they are available 24/7, not a problem. And 1-800-DISCOVER, the real number is 1-800-347-2683. All right. And if you want to contact them, you want to write to them, you can also write to them at Discover Financial Services. P.O. Box 30943, Salt Lake City, Utah 84130. This is for general inquiries. Okay. Now, when you call Discover, obviously you can't meet them. You can go to a branch, but if you call Discover, there are a few things you can discuss with the credit card specialist. You can discuss your company's liquidity situation, how much your credit score, how much you need, how much your business needs to function. Okay, because before you talk to the Discover loans credit card specialist, you probably would have exhausted all other options, right? Options like getting a working capital loan, getting a business loan, or getting all kinds of a short-term business loan. So you just realize it's just better for you to get the Discover card. So you want to talk to the rep about what kind of requirements they have. And the rep might also ask you other questions about your business, because we want to make the whole application EIN only. So you need to speak about the business more than your personal situation. So one thing you want to talk about here is that you want to ask the rep, for example, how much you can afford, how much limit they can give you. Remember, the maximum credit card limit is $250,000, but in some cases you might even get more. Who knows? It depends on the strength of your credit card application. You might get less, you might get more. Okay, and you want to talk to the rep about other things that you believe will help you improve your chances of being approved. Whatever it is, just be prepared and tell him or her that. Step number 6, folks, you want to apply. Okay, so you've done all the homework, you have actually done the research, you have gone on the website, you got all the analysis. Now it's time to apply. You can actually apply over the phone, or you can apply online. I'm going to show you, if you apply it online, the kind of questions, the kind of step-by-step they will ask you, so you can be prepared. So you can see on the screen here, the first slide is asking you where your business is established. So if your business is not established in the United States, you might reduce your chances of being approved. So it has to be established in the United States. They're asking for years in business. We put here 3 to 5 years. Your company structure, so LLC, LP, you could still be a sole proprietorship here, but if you want a huge EIN only credit card limits from Discover with bad or fair credit, you better incorporate. And so they're asking about company ownership. That's fine. Then you put there that next, they're asking you about your title, the legal business name, the name you want to have on the card itself, the business address. You put all these things. And they're asking you for your phone number. Okay, you have to put your email address, your industry type. This is important for analytical purposes. So Discover wants to know the industry of their borrowers. They want you to put your EIN number. Remember, I was telling you, right? This is EIN only. So, and then the annual business revenue, you put that in. And then now they want to switch to the personal information. So you want to ask information about yourself, your address, your date of birth, your social, and your citizenship status. And they're asking you about your housing status, whether you own, rent, or something in between, right? And your total gross income. This is your personal gross income. And they also want to have an idea about your monthly housing or rent payment. The next slide, they want you to review and accept all terms and conditions. All right, so you have the first slide here. Then the second slide here. Then the third slide's there. And then the fourth slides. So you have to check the box where it says, yes, I have read and agree to the above terms and conditions and wish to receive disclosures electronically. Then you click next. Then you go to the disclosure, to the terms and conditions page. So you see the first slides where they talk to you about the APR. So they will oscillate between 12.99 and 20.99% based on your creditworthiness. The second slide here, you see all the APR for balance transfers, APR for cash advances, penalty APR, and when you apply all that kind of stuff. The third slide here, they talk to you about the fees. And the fourth slide here, you just have to submit the application. So check the box and submit the application. All right. Let's quickly recap here. We are nearly at the end of today's conversation, folks. So basically, I was explaining to you how to get approved for a Discover a high limit EIN only Discover business credit card for bad or fair credit. And 6 very simple steps. First, you need to get to know Discover business card. Okay, Discover is the only business credit card with EIN only that Discover issues. And number 2, you need to see how the card stacks up against other credit cards, other business credit cards. Number 3, you need to get organized. Number 4, you need to check your credit scores, both personal and business-wise. Number 5, you want to contact Discover it. Not Discover it, because Discover is the card, right? You want to contact Discover. And number 6, you want to apply. All right, folks, thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.